I'm still here at Elecraft because Eric has one more thing he wants to show us. So KH-1, we love it, but there were comments on the key. Well, it's spongy a little bit on the initial run, but you got a solution.
Okay, so folks, one of the wonders of 3D printing, we can make things better very quickly.
Right.
So I've got the KH-1 here, and I'm going to pull the key off in a second. We improved the paddle on the KH-1 on the very first ones that we ship. This is not covered. The ones that are going out the door now already have this paddle, but the first batch that shipped shortly after after Pacificon, I think when we started shipping, and then we had to pause because we had so many orders that I had to up my orders from our sheet metal producers in particular and 3D printers.
Oh, okay, okay.
And get all that in, and then and get, of course, the circuit boards and stuff. Yep. And then we just turned that back on recently in the last several weeks, and we're production at full speed now, which is great. So this is the new paddle. The old paddle didn't have hard stops when you pushed these little guys in. Right. And we've added that to it. And we've also tightened down so they don't wobble up and down at all. They had a little bit of play out. Nice. And so we added I'm going to flip this over, and I don't know if that'll focus on you or not. Yep. But you're going to see some diagonal set screws. Those contact that little very hard plastic back of the jack. And they're gentle. They're not going to hurt that. Right. But that gives you a hard stop. And you can set your spacing now as a hard stop. We also went to I think we have a less stiff spring. Actually, mostly that was Verily field testers had a stiffer spring for it, but I think that's still in that. We still have also the additional screws, hard to see here, but on the side that let you determine when the actual switches, give you a dot or a dash. So you can sort of set your spacing and set your stop to this point where it actually starts going dot or dash. Yeah. And then hard stop, so you have a nice tactile feedback. So nice solid feeling. When I show this to people and they start going to go, ooh. Yeah. So it's a good improvement. The way you can tell if you have a new one is it's a black circuit board on it. Okay. If you have a green original version where the paddles basically went to sort of bump into each other, it's really hard. That's a little harder just to get. If you don't have tactile feedback, it's hard to send back.
The tactical, it's a little less tactical.
So we wanted to, both Wayne and I are CW operators, and darn, Wayne said, oh, that's good enough. And then we said, we need to make this better. And so we just upgraded it, the design, and took 3D printed it, and then redid the paddles, and here we are. Yeah. And tightened the tolerances on the pivot and everything else. So if if you receive the green paddle, we will be automatically updating you over the next 4 to 6 weeks. You'll see the new one out to you, hopefully faster than this.
I think, so it's probably safe to say that if you have recently ordered a KH-1 and you're waiting for it, you're getting the new key.
Everything I'm shipping now and have been shipping, I'd say at least over the last couple of weeks. Okay. 2 to 3 weeks, you've been getting the new paddle. Okay. Yeah. One other data point. Yeah. There was a mistake made in the original firmware on the K4, KH-1. Excuse me. Yeah, I know. I thought my K4 is earlier. Where the polarity of the dot and dash jack on the front of the KH-1 was backwards. Oh. And they had compensated unknowingly with the board layout so that the little plug-in paddle was correct with that. So dots were on the left, dashes on the right. In CW normal mode. Right. But in order people plug their paddles in, it was backwards. So we fixed that in firmware, but then all the green paddles, when you use new firmware, are now backwards. So you have to go to CW reverse on the green ones when you get the new software. Got it. Okay. It's in the release notes for the software, but when you get your black one, you go back to CW normal. Right. And so this is wired correctly. Right. And I guess that's the big takeaway here is for almost everybody, this is a non-issue. We're really just catching people up to what the new development is. I was rather confused when I was evaluating the first ones. I bet. But I say, I'm doing something wrong here. But I go back and look, no, it's the right. That's right. Reverse it, it would work. So, and I said, Wayne, what's going on? He says, I forgot to tell you. We fixed this bug, but we also fixed the paddles, and we fixed it with the paddles. Very good. So they both crack. So, right. And also you can always flip it in the menu. And of course. But so that's the KH-1 paddle. That's, and no charge for this. We'll ship them to you wherever you are, and you'll get those. Excellent. Well, thank you for the update, Eric. We appreciate it. Thanks.